that time when you realized when you referenced the wrong episode in last video's thumbnail. Oh well, you'll find out today what it meant as we take another dive into Darling's Frankenstein. Today we are covering 3 episodes. Got to catch up to the gravy train wreck somehow. So, recap time. Episode 8, commonly known as Miku Bees Miku, but people follow through with her whims. The movie, where her and Dorame get into a fight that slowly turns to a battle of the sexes, where tape is the only god of judgment for your impure souls. Oh, and we learn about some dead kids. Yeah. Episode 9, properly titled Goro 3, The Reckoning. It's an epic thriller about one man's perilous journey to get out of the zone. The friend zone. And finally, episode 10, titled Dorame's Gold City Adventure, where not only do we get to see the little shit in a situation never seen before, but finally we get some decent world building up in this place. And you know what? It's like I thought. Their society sucks! But overall, I'm happy about these rounds of episodes. It's good that the show is toning down a little to flesh out these side characters and world in order to tell a better story. My favorite episode out of this was surprisingly episode 10, because I didn't expect Zorome to get that kind of character development. And it was nice seeing him learn more about what he's really asking for. Even the plot twist was very coincidental. Episode 9 was a close second for obvious reasons that you should know by now, but you know what? It's just nice seeing this character get a win sometimes, even if it's small. Really small. Though man, I was so scared of this repeat bogey on this golf course of love. Okay, so it's another beautiful day here on Fields Plains, as our next player comes to the tee, ready to make a shot. You have to ask yourself, folks, what he will use to finally putt his way into that romantic hole-in-one. Smashing! He's going bold and striking fast. Nothing less from a veteran of the friend zone. Oh, it looks like we will have to wait until the end of the season to see the results from this day. But for now, a good golf clap for a job well done. Good show, good show. That leaves us to episode 8, where, I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the lore bit at the end, I would have not liked this episode. It felt stupid to me, so much so that even the main leads didn't follow along with the sexual divide, because I knew it was stupid. Though props to 02 for trying to spice up their night, if you know what I mean. I know they are teens with budding emotions, and yada yada yada, but in context of this society, thanks heavens they are not rotting vegetables. Yet. So I'm cutting them some slack. For now. I'm happy that again, the show is also being more straightforward in what it wants to present. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like most others have pointed out about the series so far, is that yeah, the story is clearly using the mechs to demonstrate how relationships grow both mentally and psychologically. Of course, you wouldn't know that with all the intense sexual allegory being thrown in your face, and it was getting really annoying. I think the problem with shows trying to tell an intellectual conversation is trying to find a balance between creative expression and clarity among the viewer. Sometimes a message can be blurred behind too much creative ambition. If one is not careful, your audience will wonder if it was so important in the first place. Or at least that's what I think. For example, Damien Hirst is an artist who made a piece called Mother and Child, which is a large glass encasing a pickled cow and her calf cut in half. Now in context, this is to make note of all the import regulations in Japan. If you're in the know or want to be in the know, then the art feels more enriching and serving its purpose. Taking the info away, the reaction could go something like this. What the fuck? It's a pickled cow and its baby cut clean in half, with all its wiggly parts plain to see. Ugh. So if you don't care about the context, don't know about the context, or is PETA, you would probably go like, what? This is my excuse to say modern art is weird. You don't have to get a degree in art like I did to know that. Yeah. I guess for me, context is in the eye of the beholder. And while I'm not particularly mad at the sexual contortion show that plays in front of the culture being questioned underneath, I'm a little flustered how messy the communication is. Or maybe I just got peeved that they are flip-flopping between, hey, let's talk about deep discussions about human relationships, and then 20 minutes later, butts everywhere. I know what some of you are going to say out there. Oh, Shannen, that's most of anime. Sex sells, don't ya know? Yeah, but this series makes these two dynamics its main motif, for without it, the show wouldn't exist as it is. So you can go shave a lamp for all I care. I don't know how you would shave a lamp, but you'll find a way. Anywho, seeing as the show is currently at episode 15 by the time of airing this video, then I want to disclose that yes, I am well aware of the future shakeup that's coming up. I think these 3 episodes do a decent job at being a precursor to that. And like trying to eat an extra large Papa John's pizza by yourself, the show seems to have tried tying any small character notes now, one slice at a time. Because once the assumptive feels train rolls in, there needs to be enough investment for each character involved for things to work out from a narrative standpoint. Pretty simple for us to get. Though right now, I do want to commend the plot for getting a little better at scooching as much nuggets of world speculation as they can, focusing so much on how this society puts perfection above all else, a world where all human interaction and movements are calculated by the hour for the most optimal results, and where emotions and erratic behavior are unnecessary in a future of a clean human race. That's why episode 10 was so intriguing to me. While I was watching it, I realized more aha moments for why things were the way they are, without feeling like I was flat out told. The children are called parasites because they are unclean and unruly in the eyes of the adults. More importantly though, not so easy to control. Of course, this makes me come up with my own theories, and that makes me really excited. This is what I feel Darling of the Frank should be excelling at. It's true that the cockpick moments are a bit distracting from what it wants to present, but if put in the background, you have a really enticing conversation here. My only concern now, as we move on to the next batch of episodes, is the demeanor of said narrative ideologies, because past the intellectual jargon, I always had this notion that through Squad 13, the series was trying to talk me down and be condescending. I forgot to mention this in the last review, but ironically, it was the beach episode of all things that gave this indirect vibe through Kokoro that having kids is the right thing to do. And this is where I will go, yeah, Japan has a declining birth rate. A lot of anime put subliminal messaging into their audience with a favor towards procreating. It's just, I don't know, this time it felt pompous and condescending for me. What am I doing with that life? You know what? This is about the right time to call it, so I'm going to just turn over the floor to you guys. What do you guys think about these batch of episodes? Am I just overthinking about how the show is trying to be a brooding sex ed teacher? Will getting in the mech mean more than getting in the mech? Huge air quotes on that. Probably not. But comment down below nonetheless for whatever meets your fancy. And I thank you all for probably liking this video. Hint, hint, that means like the video if you agree. And if you want to help me by going above and beyond, consider supporting me on Patreon, where I am working diligently to come up with new stuff for you guys soon. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you press that notification bell so you never miss content from yours truly. Normally, if you enjoy my content anyway, you would have no time finding it, but for some reason it's getting difficult perhaps. It's like YouTube doesn't notify all subscribers or something. How backwards is that? Right? Sarcasm at its laziest, folks. Follow me anywhere and everywhere on social media. I am only one refresh from some girl talk or guy talk. Apparently, analytics tells me more than 90% of you are female, and I know that's not on the up and up. Basically, everybody subscribe to the Anime Misfit today, where nothing is marked off with tape, but occasionally bordered with Skittles. All the Skittles. So this outro is becoming way too long, and I don't really have much to end it off with, so I'll just end it off. Shannen out!